Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 288.
We woke up this morning with our beautiful theme park view room here in the main building at Grand Floridian and headed down to the club level lounge for breakfast. When we got there, we found out that they have something that we've not seen at any other club level lounge. They have a chef there making Mickey waffles, which is awesome. So we got a couple Mickey waffles, plated those up with some strawberry compote and some cream on top, put those on the table, and then went to see what other kinds of foods they had. They had tons of different types of pastries and toast and bagels and all that kind of stuff. They had meats and cheeses like they normally have at club level, as well as oatmeal with all the little accompaniments for that. They had some fruit, and then they also had a frittata that was pretty good, and my personal favorite, they had bread pudding. Yes, bread pudding and waffles for breakfast. It is the start of a perfect day for me.
After breakfast, we decided to walk around the resort, explore, take some pictures if we can. It didn't seem like there were very many people here in the main building today. Not sure where everyone is, but we don't mind. So we walked around, we went into the lobby, took some pictures there. And then we walked over to see Enchanted Rose, and we were kind of peeking in, just kind of looking, because it's really nice to see everything when it's completely empty and no one's in there. Well, a cast member happened to be walking by and he said, "You're welcome to go inside if you're just taking pictures. If you want to look around, we're happy to let you do that. You just have to understand we cannot serve you any food or drinks right now. We're prepping for being open later this evening, but because there are people here, you're welcome to walk around." We're like, "Oh, well, thank you so much." So we got to walk around without people being there, without tables being in the way when you're trying to see something. It was actually a lot of fun, and we got to take some really awesome pictures. We explored for a decent amount of time here in the lounge and then went down to the main lobby and took some pictures of the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra setup. They aren't there right now because it is the middle of the day. We took some pictures of that there. And then we decided to head back to our room. Lunch was the same as it was yesterday. It was just all those snacks. We've had a late breakfast. We're still really full, so we didn't want to eat anything. So we went to our room and changed and headed down to the spa here at Grand Floridian. We've been to the one at Saratoga Springs several times, but we've never been to the spa here. But our pass does work, and we've had quite a few people ask what the differences are. We just have no idea because we've never been.
When we got there, we told them that we had a day pass for the spa, so they checked the card and then marked off that we're using that day and took us to our separate rooms. And it turns out here at the Grand Floridian, they do not have any shared spaces for the men and the women to come together. At Saratoga Springs, they have that one shared relaxation room. Here they don't have that. Everything is completely separate. So we said goodbye to each other, and she went to enjoy her time and I went to enjoy mine. We got in there and the guys' kind of relaxation room area was very small, had some snacks and drinks like we kind of expected they would, but it was just a really small area, not somewhere I really wanted to hang out very long. So I went from there into the actual spa part where they had the heated loungers like they have on Disney Cruise Line. That's my personal favorite thing. They had a steam room and they also had a jacuzzi tub. So I spent my time just hanging out in the jacuzzi and the heated lounger, enjoying just relaxing here in the spa and reading a book.
I actually laughed when he sent me the photo of their relaxation lounge because ours is way bigger and has really, really nice chairs. There's also some magazines in there. We do have snacks just like they do, but they definitely put their money on the women's side and not the men's side because we have a much nicer relaxation room. While I was in there, I did talk to one of the cast members and she said normally the Grand Floridian spa is a lot busier than the one at Saratoga Springs, which is interesting because this spa is actually a lot smaller than the one at Saratoga Springs. For whatever reason, no one was there today. I actually had the whole place to myself. There was one person that came in for a little bit of time while I was there. She ended up leaving. The rest of the time I had everything to myself. The women's lounge does have everything the guys do as well. We had the heated loungers, the jacuzzi tub, and the steam room. It was actually really relaxing to be in here by myself and just kind of unwind, just do whatever I wanted. Didn't have to wait for the relaxation chairs at all. There's only 2 of them here instead of 3 like at Saratoga Springs. So I pretty much just did whatever I wanted. We were texting each other just to see how long we wanted to stay in here. We stayed for a couple hours and then headed back to our room because we don't want to miss dinner.
After we cleaned up in the room and went down to the lounge, they did have all the food out, and surprisingly they actually had a chef here tonight, but they weren't making dinner food, they were making creme brulee. And I have no idea why, because they don't typically have desserts out during dinner time. but tonight they did, and there was a chef there making creme brulee right there in front of the food. It was really cool. So we got one of those. Of course, we're not going to eat it first. We're going to eat real food first. They had a Green Goddess chicken skewer, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I actually preferred the steak skewers they had yesterday, but Alyssa really liked those.
I thought these were way better. Yesterday's was really overpowering. I did not enjoy that. I prefer more subtle flavors, and this was really good.
They also had Greek meatballs that were very tasty. I enjoyed those a lot. They had some dip you could put them in. And of course, they had all of the usual meats and cheeses and things like that. They also had some beef with horseradish sauce that was really, really good.
It was.
They also had brie with charred peach and pistachio. This was delicious. I love brie anyway, and this was a wonderful little dish to have.
We enjoyed our meal, especially because there was a nice variety of things that we both enjoyed. Nothing with mushroom tonight. We were really happy about that. Apparently they used it for everything last night because it was in multiple different selections. Once we finished dinner, we did head back to our room and got ready for another Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. We are going to see Ariel and Eric tonight because there are two characters we have not seen yet. We've not taken pictures with them. So we got ready and then went back to the lounge for dessert.
I got very excited when I saw that they had apple cobbler tonight. Turns out it was like an apple cobbler shot, so it wasn't quite the same. It wasn't really cobbler. It was like a little shooter. They also had cannolis that were very tasty. They had a bunch of other little things like cookies and cupcakes and Rice Krispie treats, all the little type of desserts they typically have here at club level. But we just had a few little things to snack on, and then we headed back down to our room. We aren't gonna leave just yet because we wanna watch the fireworks one more time from the balcony. Alyssa is going to video the fireworks the entire show, and I set up my tripod with my camera to take pictures because this is a one-time chance that I have to take pictures with this particular angle, and it's Halloween party fireworks again, which means they're spread out very wide across the horizon and should make some really cool pictures. As soon as the fireworks ended, we headed down to the monorail and went over to Magic Kingdom, and when we walked in right there by the train station, the Boo-to-You parade had started going by, so I stopped. I did bring my camera because I had been using it. I was like, I think I might take some pictures, and I took so many pictures during this parade. Every single float that came by, every character that came by, I was snapping pictures. It's really difficult when it's low light like this to get really good pictures, so I was kind of trying different things and different techniques, trying to capture different moments with different characters. It was a lot of fun, and I haven't shot like this in the park in a while, so it was a great time just shooting all these different pictures of the characters as they went by in the parade. And eventually the parade did end, but I wasn't really done taking pictures. So I walked around there in the town square area taking pictures of the castle, walked up Main Street a little bit, took pictures of balloons, took more pictures of the castle with the Mickey pumpkin in front of it. And then finally Alyssa was like, all right, we have to go because Ariel and Eric are only meeting until a certain time and we have to get in line before they're done.
We did head over there and waited about 25 minutes for them, and when we got up there I was so excited. Ariel loved my outfit, and while I was chatting with her and Robert was talking to Eric, I said, oh, just so you know, I did bring a hair accessory because I know it gets humid out here, and I pulled a fork out of my pocket. And first of all, I would like to note that yes, I did steal this from club level, so that is where the fork came from. And secondly, the fact that this dress has pockets is a winner in and of itself. Ariel and I had a really nice chat about how great dingle hoppers are to brush your hair. They do a really great job. Eric actually thought I was crazy and was wondering why I was carrying a fork in my pocket.
Eric was asking me like, is this normal? Like her too? Like really? There's more than one like this? Yeah, it's normal. This is how it goes, man. And he's just like, okay, well, at least I'm not alone in this, I guess.
After we were done taking pictures with them, we did head over to get some Go-Go Squeeze and some allergy-friendly candy for me, and then we did take the monorail back to Grand Floridian. At this point, the party was almost over, and we're very tired because we've had a very long day, and I have one more thing I'd like to do before we go to bed. Once we got back to the room, I did grab my phone and I went down and did a tour of the Grand Floridian club level because no one's in here, it's quiet at night. It did take a couple of times for me to do it, however, because ironically, they were cleaning it while I tried to do it, so I had to wait about an hour and then come back, do the full tour. So besides checking in, they also have a really nice seating area. They've got newspapers out throughout the day, so you'll see those each day. And there's actually checkers, which I have to show these to you guys. They are Grand Floridian checkers. It's only here at the Grand Floridian do we get Grand Floridian checkers. So that hallway down there is where a lot of the rooms will be. Once I finished that, I did head back to the room and get ready for bed, and that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.